Action.
Hello again, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani again, and we are talking to another big winner from Saturday night in Jacksonville at UFC 249. You know this man, Le Predateur himself, Francis Ngannou, who wasted no time, knocked out Jairzinho Rozenstruik in 20 seconds. Holy smokes, this guy hasn't fought in 11 months, comes in there and starches the undefeated Jairzinho Rozenstruik. First off, Francis, félicitations, mon ami. Congratulations. Thank you for talking to me today once again.
Thank you, Ariel. Thank you. You know, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
Could you describe what that one felt like? You've had some quick knockouts, but after the past year that you've had, it's been a bit frustrating. You haven't been able to fight, to go in there and knock a guy out in 20 seconds. What does that feel like?
Um, you know, but I think it was a little frustrating not to be able to fight longer, but the feeling of the job done, the joy, he prime on the frustration way more on top of it, because at the end of the day, it's all about to win the fight, and it's not like I win it in the wrong way. He was very fair and good, and clean, a good knockout. So I'm still okay with it, but still kind of like a little frustrating. Like I've been putting a lot of work, ground game, wrestling, trying to put all these things. Me and my team, we've been working on all those, but maybe it's gonna be for next time.
Well, the whole goal is to not get hurt, right? To not take any
Y-
hits. So you're doing that now, 4 straight fights
Yeah,
like this. And so you have to be happy about that, right?
yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm happy about it. I'm definitely happy. I'm just saying, like, and so subconsciously you have this thing like that, this keep telling you yes, but I would like to showcase.
The whole game.
Yeah, I would like to showcase my whole game.
When you were preparing for this fight, mentally, physically, did you think you would finish him that quickly?
No, I try to not think about to finish a fight very quick. I try to prepare to get myself ready to last as long as the fight can go. So I just take the fight how it comes, So don't worry about it. Once I think about finish a fight very quick, and it didn't work well for me. That was the Stipe fight.
Mm.
I walked in there when I went there to finish that fight really fast, and which is something that I never did. My knockout always came like randomly. I never had to like really say, okay, I'm gonna knock him out in the first round. I just let him go, and he end up to be like that. So I think it's something that worked for me. Then I'm gonna stand in that spot, not to like chase the knockout and let the knockout come to me.
You said it wasn't frustrating, but this fight was supposed to happen March 28th, and then there was talk of it happening April 18th and then May 9th. You don't have to necessarily cut weight per se, but you do have to be in shape and you have to peak at the right time. This past month and a half, how would you describe it when you think you're first going to fight the 28th and then the 18th and then finally the 9th?
He was terrible, man. He was terrible. I know you couldn't even train with the pandemic. I mean, it was very complicated. You have to readjust everything. Uh, reschedule everything. Even knowing that at the beginning of the quarantine, the training camp was done. We were ready,
Mm.
for the fight. But we still had an additional 1 month and a half that you have to figure out. And sometimes they just break your mental down by saying, okay, the fight is postponed again or canceled again, and they're gonna reschedule. So it was kind of like traumatizing the body. We're trying to like take it easy and like trust in our work, on our what we are doing. I mean, at some time it was just 2 or 3 of us in the gym. Eric Nixie, me, and Dewey Cooper at Extreme training, um, and then we end up like trying to find like Black Guy for sparring. Then he will come in with Nate and other and his coach. You know, you have to like be trying to be separate, quarantine yourself from people, but you still need people to get close to them.
Right.
Just don't know where those people has been
Right.
and who they've been hanging out with. But you have to take those risks. And sometimes I'm like, do I take all this for nothing? And the fight is still gonna be canceled again, and you know. But I think every fighter goes through that. Everyone that has a fight been through that. So that was some kind of consolation by thinking that it's not just about you. The situation is complicated for everybody. So it was a good thing.
When you found out about the Jacare news on Friday, were you worried that, oh, this is going to cancel the fight now?
I kind of worried a little bit. My only concern was about the fight to be canceled again.
Yeah.
Uh, but when I heard that they keep the event is going on anyways, I was happy because, to be honest, I didn't believe that that could affect people around. I saw Jacare. I was in the elevator with Jacare, but
Hmm.
this guy was very protect. He has a mask on. He has the gloves. We say, "Hey guys," and that's all. I mean, I didn't I didn't worry about it at all.
All your coaches, all of you guys, you tested negative. Everyone was okay.
Yeah. We all tested negative. They tested me twice,
Yeah.
and all came negative. I mean, during the fight, we
Yeah.
get tested twice, and it was all negative.
And the whole process, like where they had you in the hotel and then they bring you to the arena, a shorter amount of time to prepare and all that. How did you feel like it all went?
I mean, he was just strange, unusual thing, but it's not like he was bad. Everything was very well organized. I mean, heads up for the UFC for that, because they do it very well. It was very um, a proper way to do this kind of thing in this kind of situation. Everything was really good, just unusual, just different than what we used to.
Right. To get a knockout like that, vicious knockout, unbelievable knockout, and there's no one there, there's no reaction. What was that like?
Um, you know, I noticed that there weren't people there when I was walking in, but after that, I didn't notice anymore. Like when you win the fight, you don't really worry about the crowd. There's this emotion in you, your opponent, your coaches in there, and everything happened everything happened in the octagon.
Hmm.
So after the fight, it was okay, and we all know that people were watching on TV.
And it seemed like initially, like you couldn't allow yourself to celebrate the knockout because you were very concerned for him. Like you were watching him, you were standing right there. It only seemed like after you were assured that he was okay, that you can allow yourself to be happy about the moment. Is that accurate?
Um, I don't know, but yes, I was like worried because I didn't know exactly what happened. So I like trying to check if he's okay. Obviously, I wanted to knock him out, and I was happy about that. But if I can get my knockout and then he get out there, okay, that would be the perfect case scenario. Because with regardless, I don't have a hate for the guy. He's just the opponent who did a great job to be there, sacrificed everything, did been through all what I've been through to make this fight happen. So I think at the end of the day, he deserves more than a respect
Yeah.
for me too. And I'm nobody than me know exactly what this has been like.
Did you see Mike Tyson give you a shout out?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's pretty amazing, right? Incredible to
Yes,
get that. You're like our
that's
version of
cool.
him now.
Not yet.
Not yet. Fair enough. Did you see he said today, I'm back? You see these videos of him punching?
Today, no. I haven't seen that, but I saw his video last time.
Yeah.
His
What do you think
combo.
of that? Are you shocked?
Um, I'm not shocked. No, because it's not amazing. Because I was in the Mike Tyson range and I saw him move. He showed me something. I'm like, this guy can still fight. Like he's still there. He's 53 years old. but everything is still on point. But so when I saw that video, there were nothing in that video that I didn't see in person.
Yeah.
Obviously it was amazing because I tried to like replicate the same video, like the same combo many times. I work on that. We work on his combo. Like if you look at my coaches, Eric or Wooden Pat, sometimes they're gonna say Mike Tyson combo. We just
Oh,
know
really?
what. Yeah,
What is it? Could you tell me what it is? What's the combo?
yes, it's 1-2 hook, left hook, body, roll, and then right cross,
Oh my gosh. It's terrifying just watching you
right,
do that.
right hook. Yes.
Okay. Do you want to see him fight again? Do you think it's a good idea?
Um, I don't think it's a good idea. I think he has shown everything. He doesn't need to show nothing. But yes, maybe he just want to have fun. Maybe he's bored, which is understandable. So yeah, but I don't just want it to go out there like even though he still get all this, he's not young anymore, you know.
Right.
So just worry about his safety.
Did you see the footage or the photos of Daniel Cormier reacting to your knockout cage side?
Yeah, I saw that.
What do you think of that?
uh, you know, I think he's exaggerated a little bit. He's he always like that. I mean, I don't truly I, I believe in his reaction, but I think he exaggerated a little bit because he
Okay.
hasn't, he's a man that have seen everything.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So now the big question is, because as you know, and people have asked you about this, the heavyweight division is a bit of a mess. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think eventually they'll figure it out with Stipe and they'll fight in the summer and then you'll fight the winner? Do you really think they might strip Stipe? What is your heart telling you right now?
Um, what my heart tells me, it's kind of like really hard to listen to my heart right now. I don't know. It's The problem is everything here is up to the UFC. The UFC make the call. The UFC decide. So I don't know what exactly is the deal with Stipe. What is going on with Stipe? I don't know if it's because he's hurt or if because they can get through an agreement, or I don't know what is the problem. So that's why I would just only get concerned of my situation. When will be
Mhm.
my next fight? And what? Since this fight, we wanted this fight to be an interim title. And this is something that I was too sad about it even after the fight. I saw the fight, the main event, Justin Gaethje, and heads up to Justin Gaethje. Even Tony Ferguson, they did a great fight, incredible, and Justin has the belt. And when I was thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I'm in the same position. I have three first round knockout. I asked for the couldn't have a title fight. We asked for the interim title, and the UFC couldn't give that to us. They denied. And Justin is in the same position. Once again, I'm not taking anything from Justin because I think he truly deserves. It's more than deserving. Um, and at the same time, I think I deserve it too. I deserve to be that situation too. So they didn't give me the interim. Like I get this bitter taste that I should have been having at least the interim tied in my waist right now. So that was my feeling after the fight that night. Couldn't really enjoy it. Was think about it, happy of having a fight, a victory, but still have this bitter taste.
So, you have this taste, you have this feeling, and it's all up in the air. I'm wondering, you only fought once in 11 months now, right? You had that break. Your last fight was in June. You get a quick fight like this. The part of you just say, you know what? Forget about this belt situation. Let me just fight as much as possible. They have a hard time finding people to fight. I'll get paid and I'll just keep knocking these guys out as opposed to waiting for them and seeing what happens. And then you have to wait for that guy to get ready again. I mean, there's a chance it's going to be another 8, 9 months if this fight happens in the summer, you're still gonna have to wait for that person to be ready. So why not just fight and get paid?
You can see things like that, which is not bad. I mean, but if I go that way, he will be to fight out of my contract. It will just be to knock out fights on my contract.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not just saying like going out there, fight. You need to have a purpose on what you're doing. That's what drives you. That's what motivated you. You know, and then since all this was, we are targeting a title, and at some point you feel like some point the frustration is not just about the fact that the title I'm not having a title fight, but I just feel like some sort of like disrespect, like they don't care about you, they don't care about what you feel, they don't care about your situation. That's how I feel about it sometimes, and that's what frustrated me the most. you know yes, you can go out there willing to fight everybody, but remember, everything can happen. Anything can happen in the fight, and whatever, if you lost the fight, you lost your situation. Maybe the money that you were chasing is not enough to compensate what you should have in the title fight. I mean, there is a lot of point in this that we can point out which doesn't make sense, and will prove that I should be fighting for the title. Do I not deserve the title?
Oh yeah. I mean, for sure. I'm just
I
saying
mean,
because there's this log
like
jam.
tell me that I don't deserve the title. I'll fight somebody else. I'll ask you to set me up, schedule me for end of May or early June. I'm
Mm.
ready. You know, if I don't deserve the title. If but the thing is, I think I deserve, and I think we should be moving in this direction.
So are you saying that you think that they should look at you as opposed to DC next? Just go Stipe Francis 2 and then move on? Is that what you're saying? You should be fighting for the belt next? Or are you saying strip Stipe and make it you versus DC?
I don't know what they should do. I know what I deserve and what I should be doing.
Okay.
I'm not going there to manage the division. I'm not
Right.
the UFC. It's their job to figure out what is going on in the division and to do what has to be done to make this division to bring this division alive again. Because like now, I feel like the division is drowning. Like it's been a year with almost a year without a title fight in the division, and we are keep fighting. Like, what really next for the heavyweight? What's up with the heavyweight division?
So you were there, you were in the same arena as the UFC brass. Did you talk to anyone? Did anyone give you an update? Okay, we're going to do this, a game plan, any sort of information?
No, no, at all.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Did they congratulate you?
Uh, I get some text message, something like that.
No,
That's all.
let's talk. This is what we're thinking. This is what we're going to do.
No,
Nothing. No
nothing.
clarity.
No at all. As I'm telling you, nothing.
That's a bit surprising, no?
I don't know, but that's not my problem. I'm not going there to need. I don't need the praise or whatever. Just do what is right. I'm
Right.
not. I'm not begging for favor. I'm not asking for like me or not, but just do what is fair. That's all what I'm asking for, and it will be more than enough for me.
And you mentioned oh, someone's at the door? Maybe that's your title shot. Do you need to get that?
uh, keep going.
Okay.
Oh,
So let me ask you this. You mentioned, okay, if I fight, it's just to finish out my contract. How many fights do you have left on your contract?
I have to fight left on my contract,
How many?
but I
2?
have yes, and I have
Okay.
a title, but I have a title fight contract.
What do you mean? A clause in there?
Yeah, so if I have a title, I have to defend at least for a year.
Gotcha. Oh, at least for a year. Okay. So is there a
Yeah.
part of you that just are you frustrated to the point where you just want to fight the contract out and then look at your options?
Uh, Not because I'm frustrated. I mean, I want to fight a contract out to have a new contract, to have a good contract, a
Right.
better contract than what I have. But yes, I'm frustrated, and at this point, I think it would be good for me to sit down and talk to erase my contract, to knock him out and sit down and have another new contract. I think that's where I'm gonna have a better pay.
Okay, so is that what you're planning on doing?
Yeah.
Okay, because you feel you're underpaid right now.
What is the average?
Who knows? None of it's public.
Okay, so this is the problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems.
But what I know is I deserve more
Yeah.
than I deserve way more now.
You know, Stipe said he can return in the fall because he can't train and all this stuff. If they do that fight in the fall, would you be willing to wait for all that? Like, let's say they say to you, "Okay, Francis, we're doing that title fight in the fall. What do you want to do? Do you want to fight someone else, or are you going to wait? What do you say?"
Fight that person for what?
Yeah,
For just a fight?
money.
I mean, which money? Because I will get more money in the title fight than that fight, either whatever is it. So this kind of like the thing.
Has this taken away some of the love of the game for you when you're fighting, but you don't know what you're fighting for? You don't know if there's any sort of clear path?
Definitely. He has been, the past 11 months has been very frustrating. I never planned to be an MMA fighter. Like even when I worked in the gym in Paris, like 6 years and have ago, almost 7 years ago, I wasn't like there to be an MMA fighter. I didn't care about MMA, and they were telling me how good I am and how good I can become a UFC fighter or a UFC champion. I didn't care about it, but I just kept doing it, doing this sport because it was fun. I like it. I like the action, and that's why I end up in the UFC. And I realized lately, I realized that I'm kind of like losing those fun. It started become like a frustration, and I didn't like that. I want to do whatever I'm doing to enjoy, to have fun. And if I don't have fun in it anymore, it's not worth it anymore.
So what are you saying? You might want to stop?
No, it's not like I don't want to stop. It's like I'm losing the
Yeah.
fun of the game.
So even after this past weekend, you still feel that same feeling, like that fun isn't quite there like it was before?
um no, really. I mean, obviously I have a fight and I have a win. That's kind of like calm you down a little bit, but
Yeah.
it doesn't solve the question. We still have some pending question. When? What next? When? Who? Like, what is my situation? I'm gonna wait for Stipe and DC to fight whenever they're gonna fight. To wait, expecting that nobody get hurt, and then wait whenever you want to fight again to be able to fight. I mean, I still have those questions working through my mind.
Is there a part of you that feels like if you did boxing, it would be less frustrating?
Um, no, I don't. I haven't think about it, but definitely I'm gonna do boxing at some point. That's what
For,
I know.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to actually not just like a one-off thing, like not like a
No,
Connor, like you want to have a career in boxing.
yeah, to have like couple fight,
Okay.
collect couple fight, because the that's how the dream began.
Right. That's how it
He
started
was
for you.
he, yes, that's how it started. He was all about boxing for decades before MMA came around.
Right. And if you had your way, like which fight maybe excites you a little more, DC or Stipe? Do you want the second fight against Stipe, or does the fight against DC interest you more?
I definitely want to fight against Stipe. I would like to have the belt where I left it.
Right.
Uh, but on the other side, I mean, I think you will agree with me that it would be great to have a fight against DC before he's retired, as as he's planning to do so. Um, I would like, I would love to share octagon with DC, no matter what. I mean, that's something which is for a young fighter like me, who is kind of a dream fight to share octagon with somebody like DC before his retirement.
Are you someone who likes to look at the future, predict the future? Like if you look into your crystal ball, What do you think the future looks like for you this year? Like, how do you think this plays out? Do you have any sort of feeling?
Um, I think even those who has been able to see in the future in 2020,
Huh,
they can see shit.
right. That's true. It has been a
2000,
crazy year.
yes, 2020 is running like 2G internet.
Yes. I thought
It's
maybe they
like
were going to make you,
it's like it's
yeah,
like turning like this, downloading
yeah,
please wait,
right.
please wait.
I thought they were going to ask you to stay in Jacksonville and fight, Wednesday or Saturday because it was so quick.
uh no, no.
You had enough time to go home. It was, I know it was a long training camp for you.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah. I felt like I feel like I need to be home. But I'll be ready to fight uh very soon. But the problem is for what?
right. Like July or so.
Maybe June, maybe in 3 weeks.
Oh, but you want to have a reason to fight.
Yeah.
By the way, before I let you go, tell me about the shirt that you're wearing.
Justice for Amal. Yeah. Man, I saw this video like 5 days ago. It was just when we were in Jacksonville. I mean, that kind of like pissed me off. And those things happens all the time in America, and it's crazy how they don't really take action about it and let it happen again and again. And what is more sad about it sometimes is to see those people being unpunished.
Mm,
Like the guy who killed those people who killed Ahmad, they're out there free. Man, you just took somebody's life.
mm.
Do uh, does that life didn't mean as much, you know? So when I see those things, it really get me mad. Obviously, I'm not American. I'm not African American, but in African American, you can find African, and I'm African. So it's my cause. I feel like I belong. That's something will really attach to me, the justice. At some point, this kind of injustice has to stop, because every of us is going to be we're going to be we can be Ahmad Arbery. We can work in our neighborhood and have some of those people who has a bad spirit and a bad scene of a human being, and those savage who want to act like this in our neighborhood, and they will just see in you some another Ahmad Arbery. And I think we should take action about this to make it stop. Obviously, he won't bring about life, but this he can save some life in the future. This action can help to point that situation and try to solve it out, because it's it's just ridiculous as a situation, to see somebody alive robbed like that, taken for nothing. I think everyone deserves to live.
And of course, I know I saw on your Instagram, and I agree with everything that you said. People can see the link on your Twitter, on your Instagram, and if they want to buy it, all the proceeds go to his family. So that's a really great thing. And I know you have your Francis Ngannou Foundation that you're very proud of as well. You're doing great things, Francis. So well done to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I mean, for the shirt, we just called this guy for in Jacksonville. We were asking them if they can just print 4 shirt for our team, and when they realized it was for the cause, and then they were like, "Okay, we are doing this for free. This is a good cause. We can join you on this." And we just like, "Okay, that would be great." And they came up with the idea of printing many of it and share and sell for the cause. Then we let them do. So they are doing it. We don't even control that. But I I thought it was a good action to take as well, to let some people have a shirt if they want to have it. So they will give the printing company will give the money back to the cause.
Good man, Francis. I appreciate you doing this. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Félicitations. The great win. What an amazing scene it was. And you continue to impress ever since that fight against Derek Lewis, how you've turned things around and you've become this unbelievable fighter. It's really amazing to watch. And I give you a lot of credit for turning things around like you did and dealing with all the frustration as well. So I hope it works out in your favor, my friend. Enjoy the victory. Enjoy the time off. And we'll see how it all plays out. For now, though, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ariel. I appreciate you having me in the show.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.